Hello, everybody. Trailer Trash Tim here. How's your mama and them? Happy Monday to you all. Let's get our week kicked off, our holiday week. It's Thanksgiving here in America this coming Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you all have good plans, great plans, maybe to be with your loved ones and eat some turkey or something. Let's get going. We got a lot of news to cover. Some news is really good. How many of you are ready to move to Argentina? A wonderful thing happened yesterday in the nation of Argentina. We were hoping this would happen, and it did. Javier Milei, the man who was running for the presidency of Argentina, won, as you may have heard, and not only won, but won in a landslide. Javier Milei is billed as a libertarian style of politician, and he has been going around campaigning when he was campaigning with a chainsaw, declaring all of the things he was going to end if he was going to be elected president. And that's exactly what happened. And I want to tell you, this is really encouraging. His vice president also apparently is of the same train of thought or philosophy, if you will. But he just absolutely overwhelmed the opposition in yesterday's presidential election. It was a runoff. He had made a runoff with his opponent, a man by the name of Massa. And Massa was defeated soundly. And Javier Milei is going to be the next president of Argentina. So he is definitely a MAGA candidate. Make Argentina great again. Almost makes you want to move, doesn't it? Let me give you Javier, the president-elect. I don't know when they swear him in, but President-elect Javier Milei. These are his own words. He considers, now, wow. These are direct quotes from Javier Milei, okay? He considers Pope Francis a filthy leftist. I'm not inclined to argue with him on that. He says that redistributing wealth is a violent act. He has called climate change a lie of socialism. You warming up to this guy yet? If you're watching me from Argentina, how lucky you are. God bless you. These are his own words, folks. These are not my words. These are direct quotes. His governing philosophy is that, quote, it's a direct quote, okay? This is President Milei saying this. His governing philosophy is that, quote, you can't give shit leftist an inch, unquote. Hey, can we import this guy? He pledges to end the Central Bank of Argentina. You know, we got a central bank in America, right? Hey, President Trump, I hope you're listening to this guy, what he's saying. His view on China is that, quote, he doesn't cut deals with communists, unquote. His view on abortion is, quote, when you construct on the basis of an incorrect moral principle, the result is filth. How can being able to kill other human beings be a right gained? As a liberal, now he's talking about being a classic liberal, like Thomas Jefferson. As a liberal, I believe in the unrestricted right to life based on the defense of life, liberty, and property. I defend life. Biology says that life begins with conception, unquote. On other politicians, quote, Mickey Mouse is the aspiration of every Argentine politician because he is a disgusting rodent whom everybody loves, unquote. Wow, this guy is a dream come true. I mean, this is fantastic to have somebody like this serving in our hemisphere as the president of a nation. I posted a show 2 or 3 weeks ago where I talked about an interview that Tucker Carlson gave to President-elect Milei. And we were hoping then at the time that he was going to be elected, and Tucker said, I believe you will be elected, and indeed, he has been elected. This is exciting. I can only hope we have a trickle up into the states. Now, Donald Trump is no Javier Milei, Ramaswamy more so probably, and Tucker Carlson more so probably. But anyway, I hope Donald Trump is paying attention. This is a breath of fresh air in the Western Hemisphere. He has made it. He is the president-elect of Argentina. This is fantastic news. This is really, really encouraging. All right, let's move on. I want to move on to Donna Brazille. How many of you know who Donna Brazille is? Donna Brazille was, during the Clinton years, if memory serves, she was the chairman of the Democratic National Committee. Let me have a little sip of coffee, if you don't mind. You can have one, too. Donna Brazille was formerly the chairman of the Democratic National Committee. She served in that capacity. I know during the run of Al Gore in 92 when he was defeated by George W. Bush. After Bush was elected president, Donna Brazille, I believe, resigned as president, or not president, as chairman of the DNC, and became one of the talking heads in media. Eventually, she found a home with, of course, who else but Fox News. Remember when Fox News was generally seen as a conservative alternative to the left-wing news? Conservative alternative to the CNNs and MSNBCs of the world. And what do? They go and hire Donna Brazille. I don't know if she's still with Fox now. I don't watch Fox anymore, so I'm ever since they dumped Tucker, that was the last straw for me. I don't watch Fox anymore. I don't know what's going on over there. They're no more conservative than anybody else is, for that matter. But Donna Brazille recently appeared on Real Time with good old Bill Maher. This was recently, I believe it was last week. And the topic of Vivek Ramaswamy came up. And Bill Maher was talking about the GOP would-be presidential contender. He is a contender. Vivek Ramaswamy. And Donna Brazille, who was sitting there, as you know, she's a black woman. She was wearing a blonde wig, completely natural, I'm sure. And she was having trouble pronouncing Vivek Ramaswamy's name. Now, granted, it's not the easiest name to pronounce, but if you work on it a little bit, you can do it. It's Vivek, Vake rhymes with cake, Vivek Ramaswamy. And I've been talking about Vivek here lately a good bit on the channel. You can go back and watch some of those shows. But Vivek, of course, is an American. He is a Native American. His parents are Indian immigrants, but he is fully American. Of course he is. He wouldn't be running for president or couldn't be elected president were he not. But on Real Time with Bill Maher, Donna Brazille repeatedly mispronounced Vivek's name. And Bill Maher was trying to help her, but she just wasn't getting it. You can find this clip on social media if you go and look for it. But ultimately what happened was that while she continued to mispronounce Vivek's name, Donna Brazille was getting help from Bill Maher, who was trying to coach her in how to pronounce his name. And she finally said, Vivek, whatever. He just needs to go home. So Donna Brazille says that Vivek needs to just go home. Well, Ms. Brazille, Vivek is home. He is an American citizen from the state of Ohio. Now, Vivek did not take too kindly to this dismissal by Ms. Brazille, and he posted on X, and he said basically this. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Donald Trump, for example, were appearing on Real Time with Bill Maher, and they were talking about Donna Brazille, and Donald Trump was having a hard time pronouncing Donna Brazille's name, and Donald Trump finally just said, you know, Donna Brazille just needs to go back home. This is what Vivek was saying on X, and it's an excellent point. What if somebody said, Trump said of Donna Brazille, she just needs to go back home? What do you think the uproar would be if Donald Trump said something like that? Here's Donna Brazille saying that Vivek just needs to go back home. The inference being, of course, obviously, that he just needs to go back to India. Of course, he's not from India. His parents are, he is not. But the inference would be if Donald Trump or anybody else said of Donna Brazille, she just needs to go back home. Of course, the inference is if a white person said that she just needs to go back to Africa. That would be the inference, and and there would be absolute outrage if somebody said that, and rightly so. Donna Brazille is not from Africa. Neither is Vivek from India. But Donna Brazille, a black woman, said of Vivek Ramaswamy, an American man, that he just needs to go back home. She is judging him by the color of his skin, judging him by his physical appearance. That's exactly what Donna Brazille is doing. And even Bill Maher said, gee, is this not a little racist? Now, I don't throw the word racist around, but I am saying this. If a white person told Donna Brazille that she needs to go back home, there would be an absolute furor, absolute outrage. If Donald Trump said something like that, he could hang it up. He wouldn't be elected president. But it's okay for Donna Brazille to say something such as, Vivek just needs to go back home. Now, as I said, I don't throw racist around, but, how many people would say it's racist if a white person said of Donna Brazille, she needs to go back home? The inference being she needs to go back to Africa. That's exactly the stunt she pulled when it comes to Vivek Ramaswamy. Do you think she's apologized for that? Hell no. Do you think she's still on Fox News? I think she probably is. I don't know. As I said, I don't keep up with Fox News anymore. But what she said would not be tolerated were the roles reversed. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. All right, let me get to one last story. This is delightful. This story appeared in the Washington Post over the weekend. It was a story about a woman from the often swing state of Wisconsin. And the title I have misplaced, but the title was something like, in this Wisconsin county, the citizens are tired of politics, or something that effect. It's Door County, Wisconsin, DOOR. This is how I'm not going to read the whole article. I just want to read a couple of paragraphs because you're going to love this. Door County, Wisconsin. She didn't trust the government. She didn't trust the news. She didn't know whom to trust. So Kathy Nichols eased into the armchair facing her psychic. What comes up in my fortune? She asked. Outside, the autumn sky was gray, and things at home were rough, and her television blared chatter about the House Speaker drama, or the New Jersey senator accused of trading influence for gold bars, or the people running for president, all of whom she disliked. In the vanilla-scented office of Abby Rose Spirit, under the glow of Turkish ceiling lights, she tapped her white Skechers on an oriental rug and listened to a voice she found soothing. You know how they have those, this is her psychic talking, Abby Rose Spirit talking to Kathy Nichols. Abby Rose Spirit says, you know how they have those amusement park cars? The psychic asked, leaning in. It's like you're in the go-kart and you feel like something is going to smash into you, unquote. Yes, Nichols thought. Navigating life on Wisconsin's northeastern thumb was stressful enough. Why did she have to worry about the country's chaos, too? And the story goes on and on and on. So Kathy Nichols, bless her heart, a 77-year-old Wisconsin woman, she's just overstressed about the political situation in America. So what does she do? She's tired of hearing about Trump, and she's tired of hearing about Biden. The story goes on to say how she felt so much better when Obama was in office. She just felt so much more calm and peaceful. But in this day of political turbulence, Kathy Nichols decides to go to find answers from her psychic, a woman by the name of Abby Rose Spirit. So Abby Rose Spirit says, you know how it's like when you're at the amusement park and you're in one of those cars at the amusement park? I guess she's talking about the what do you call them? The cars you can drive around and run into at Six Flags in over Georgia. They used to call it Dodge City. You know, the bumper cars. And her psychic said, you know, that's what it's like. Well, first of all, if you're a psychic, you're not supposed to be doing analysis like you're a hypnotherapist or a psychiatrist. I don't know anything about being a psychic. I've never been to a psychic, but aren't psychics supposed to tell you future or something like that? She's not telling Kathy Nichols her future or what's going to happen. She's telling her, she's analyzing and saying, yeah, you know, Kathy, you know what it's like when you're at the amusement park and you're in the bumper cars and you're bumping into each other. That's what it's like. Huh? Well, that's not what you're going to see a psychic for. A psychic is somebody's going to tell you what's going to happen, right? What exactly did Kathy Nichols go to see Abby Rose Spirit for anyway? The latter being a psychic. This story just cracks me up. She's just so worried about the country because it's not peaceful like it was during Obama's days. What? She's tired of hearing about Trump, and she's tired of hearing about Biden, and she's 77 years old, and she doesn't know what to do, so she's going to get answers from her psychic. Why did you go to see a psychic? I mean, if I was going to see a psychic about this matter, I'd be saying to the psychic, hey, tell me who's going to win the election. Right? That's what a psychic does. Am I mistaken about that? I'm no authority on psychics other than the fact they're scam artists. Now, if I were going to go see a psychic in this instance, first of all, if I was going to go see a psychic, I'd be saying, hey, I'm giving you whatever your fee is here. So what I want from you right now, I want you to give me the winning lottery numbers, Mr. Psychic. Hey, Abby Rose Spirit, give me the give me the Mega Millions numbers, Abby Rose Spirit. I can't believe people fall for this kind of crap. If you're a psychic, you know the winning lottery numbers, right? So I'm going to go see a psychic and get the winning lottery numbers. And if you can't tell me what they are, guess what? You're a pretty crappy psychic. I was assuming that Kathy Nichols of Door County, Wisconsin, was going to see a psychic to find out who's going to win the election. That's why I'd be going, to find out, hey, who's going to win the election so I can maybe stay home on election day. This is such nonsense. If you want to read the full text of this story, it's on the WashingtonPost.com, but it's behind a paywall, I think, although I couldn't access it on my laptop. I got into it with my phone for some reason. I was able to go and see it on my phone. But this just cracks me up. You need to go see a psychic because you're feeling stressed. Well, you're going to see the wrong person. If you're feeling stressed, you need to go see a doctor, right? Not a psychic, for heaven's sakes. You go see a psychic to find out what's going to happen. Well, I can help you out, Kathy Nichols. You should have called me. You should have called old Trailer Trash Tim if you're feeling a little upset and stressed about the election. Kathy, don't be stressed. Here's what you need to do, sweetheart. You just go down to the vote polling place here next year. I'm sorry that you got to wait so long, but whenever your primary is, go down there, pull the chain for Donald Trump, or Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever you want to do. I'd recommend you pull it for Trump because nobody else has got a chance. And then when it comes to the general election, Kathy, my dear, save your psychic money and put a little gas in your car. Go down to the polling place and pull the chain again for Donald Trump and get this disaster named Biden out of office. Because, Kathy, I don't know if you're not aware of this or not, but when Trump was in office, we had almost no inflation. Our fuel prices were low. Our heating prices were low. Our interest rates were low. Inflation was virtually non-existent. Our mortgage rates were low. The cost of living was lower. The border was in far better shape than it's in now. And Kathy, when he was the president, my personal stress level was way down. Nothing like what it is now with President Disaster, the hair sniffer, in office. Kathy, darling, do you really need a psychic to help you out with this? Somebody tell Kathy Nichols to tune into Trailer Trash Tim, and I can help you out free of charge. I tell you what, if you want to pay me for my good advice, go to samsbutchershop.com and order some meat from Sam. That's how you can pay me. That's what's going on, folks. That's on the top of my mind, as Jen Psaki would say. Everybody go out there and have a great Monday. Give me a thumbs up on this video down below. Hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you have not yet subscribed to the Trailer Trash Tim channel, you may do so. Hit that subscribe button down there, I think, if you will, and join our community. Hey, do me a big favor. Share this video on social media, on X, on Facebook, on Truth Social, Getter, wherever you are, YouTube. Everybody go out there, have a great Monday. This is Trailer Trash Tim, and I'll see you tomorrow.